Italy fielded dozens of vehicles during World War II, from light tanks and assault guns to armored cars, half-tracks, and trucks. This video breaks down every important vehicle they put on the battlefield, highlighting their roles, strengths, limitations, and historical impact. Some vehicles were innovative, others obsolete, and many were pushed to their limits in North Africa, Russia, and the Balkans. We'll start with Italy's battle tanks, the backbone of its mechanized forces. Carro Armato M13/40. The M13/40 was Italy's primary medium tank at the outbreak of the war. Armed with a 47mm main gun and relatively thin armor, it was vulnerable to most Allied tanks by 1941, yet it was reliable, easy to maintain, and could traverse desert terrain effectively. Its design allowed quick production and deployment, making it the mainstay of Italian armored units in North Africa. While underpowered and lightly protected, the M13/40 demonstrated Italian adaptability, often used in combined arms operations with infantry and artillery support. Carro Armato M14/41. An evolution of the M13/40, the M14/41 featured a slightly stronger engine for better mobility and minor improvements in armor protection. It served in the later North African campaigns, performing adequately against early British cruiser and light tanks but struggling against Shermans and Grants. Its chassis, reliability, and mobility kept Italian armored forces operational despite being technologically behind Allied designs. Carro Armato M15/42. Italy's attempt at a more modern medium tank. The M15/42 had a slightly larger hull, improved engine, and could mount a 47mm or upgraded 75mm gun. It offered better crew comfort and operational range, designed to meet the demands of modern mechanized warfare. Although production was limited and too late to influence the war significantly, it was considered one of the more capable Italian tanks, with adequate mobility and firepower for defensive operations. L6/40 light tank. The L6/40 was a small, agile reconnaissance tank, ideal for scouting and infantry support missions. Its 20mm main gun allowed it to engage soft targets and lightly armored vehicles effectively. Thin armor made it highly vulnerable to any anti-tank weapon, but its speed and maneuverability enabled hit-and-run tactics. The L6/40 excelled in reconnaissance roles, particularly in the deserts of North Africa and mountainous Balkan regions, where larger tanks struggled. Carro Armato P26/40. Italy's only heavy tank design of the war. Armed with a 75mm cannon and thicker armor, it was intended to counter medium Allied tanks and serve as a breakthrough vehicle. Production delays meant only a handful reached the front lines, but those that did saw action in defensive roles in Italy. The P26/40 represented the peak of Italian tank design during the war, combining firepower, protection, and mobility in a single platform, even if its impact was limited by numbers and mechanical reliability. Next, now we move to tank destroyers and assault guns. Semovente 7518. The Semovente 7518 was a low-profile assault gun based on the M13/40 chassis. It mounted a short-barreled 75mm howitzer in a casemate superstructure, giving it direct fire capability against bunkers, fortifications, and infantry positions. Armor was relatively light, but the vehicle's low silhouette allowed it to approach targets stealthily. It became a key component of Italian mechanized units in North Africa, providing essential fire support where medium tanks could not operate effectively. Its versatility allowed crews to engage a range of targets, from enemy infantry to light armored vehicles, although it struggled against heavier Allied tanks. Semovente 7534. A more powerful tank destroyer variant, the Semovente 7534 was equipped with a long-barreled 75mm gun capable of engaging medium and some heavy Allied tanks at longer ranges. The hull armor was improved over the 7518, giving better protection for the crew. It combined mobility with firepower, often used in defensive ambushes, hull-down positions, and supporting infantry during attacks. Despite limited numbers, the 7534 proved one of the more effective Italian armored vehicles, showing that Italian engineers could adapt existing chassis to meet battlefield needs. Semovente 10525 Basato. A late-war, low-profile tank destroyer designed to counter Allied medium and heavy tanks. Armed with a 105mm gun, it was capable of delivering devastating firepower from concealed positions. The Basato's armor was thicker than earlier Semovente models, and its compact design allowed it to operate in urban and mountainous terrain. Although production was minimal, it exemplified Italian ingenuity under pressure, combining firepower, protection, and mobility on a single platform. L3/33 tankette. One of Italy's earliest armored fighting vehicles, the L3/33 was a tiny tankette initially designed for reconnaissance and light assault roles. It carried twin 8mm machine guns and had very thin armor, offering almost no protection against anti-tank weapons. Its small size allowed rapid movement and deployment in urban areas or rough terrain. While obsolete by the start of World War II, L3/33s were used extensively in colonial campaigns, early North African operations and reconnaissance missions. L3/35 tankette. An improved version of the L3/33, featuring better armor, engine performance, and minor design refinements. It remained small and lightly armed, but its agility made it useful for reconnaissance, flanking maneuvers, and infantry support. Often operating in groups, L3/35s could overwhelm lightly defended positions, but they were vulnerable to modern anti-tank weapons. Despite its limitations, it was a highly visible part of early Italian armored doctrine, particularly in desert campaigns. Up next, now we go to armored cars and reconnaissance vehicles. Autoblindo AB41. The AB41 was a versatile four-wheeled armored car, armed with a 20mm main gun and a coaxial machine gun. Its design balanced speed, armor, and firepower, making it ideal for reconnaissance, convoy escort, and raiding operations. The AB41's all-terrain capability allowed it to operate effectively in North African deserts, Italian East Africa, and the Balkans. With a crew of 4, it provided adequate protection against small arms fire while remaining highly mobile, making it a key tool for Italian mechanized units. Autoblindo AB43. An upgraded variant of the AB41, the AB43 featured a more powerful engine, improved armor, and enhanced suspension. It retained the 20mm main gun but was optimized for longer-range reconnaissance and rapid strikes. The AB43 could outrun most lightly armed Allied vehicles, while its armor was sufficient to survive small arms and shrapnel. Its reliability and adaptability made it one of the most effective Italian reconnaissance vehicles of the war. Autoblindo AB40. The AB40 was the predecessor of the AB41, a light four-wheeled armored car with a smaller gun and thinner armor. It was primarily used for scouting missions, patrols, and convoy protection in the early years of the war. While lightly armed and vulnerable to heavier vehicles, its speed and maneuverability allowed crews to gather intelligence and perform hit-and-run operations effectively. T-18, AS42 Sahariana. The AS42 Sahariana was a desert-adapted armored car, designed for the harsh conditions of North Africa. It mounted a 20mm cannon with a coaxial machine gun and featured an open-top design for improved visibility. Lightweight and fast, it excelled in reconnaissance, raiding, and flanking operations against Allied forces. Its range and desert mobility gave Italian units a flexible tool for hit-and-run tactics, and it often worked alongside the AB series in combined reconnaissance groups. SPA Dovunque AS37. A lighter, smaller armored car designed for scouting and liaison duties. Armed with a machine gun and light armor, it was ideal for rapid reconnaissance and communication tasks. Its compact size allowed it to traverse difficult terrain and urban areas, performing the crucial role of linking infantry, artillery, and command elements. Fiat SPA 38R. The Fiat SPA 38R was another small reconnaissance vehicle, often used in colonial campaigns and European theaters. Lightly armored and armed with a single machine gun, it relied on speed and maneuverability rather than protection. Its primary mission was intelligence gathering, observing enemy movements, and reporting back to command, often operating ahead of main Italian armored units. Up next, now we go to armored half-tracks and prime movers. Semovente M42M. The M42M was a half-track used primarily as a mobile artillery platform and support vehicle. It featured reinforced suspension and a modestly armored cab to protect the crew from small arms fire and shrapnel. Designed to keep pace with Italian medium tanks, the M42M could tow light artillery pieces, transport infantry, or carry ammunition directly to the front lines. Its combination of mobility, protection, and utility made it a versatile and dependable asset in both North Africa and European theaters. SPA Dovunque 35. A medium-duty six-wheeled prime mover, the SPA Dovunque 35 was designed to transport troops, artillery, and supplies over rough terrain. Its off-road capability allowed it to traverse mud, sand, and uneven ground where wheeled trucks struggled. Though lightly armored, it provided essential logistical support to mechanized units, ensuring artillery pieces could be deployed quickly and infantry kept pace with armored columns. SPA Dovunque 41. An upgraded version of the Dovunque 35, the Dovunque 41 featured improved engine performance, higher payload capacity, and a sturdier chassis. It was often used to tow anti-tank guns, transport ammunition, and carry specialized units like engineers or communications teams. Its reliability in harsh environments made it a backbone of Italian mechanized logistics throughout the war. Lancia 3-row. The Lancia 3-row was a heavy prime mover and cargo truck adapted for military use. Capable of carrying large loads of men, artillery, or supplies, it was indispensable for sustaining Italian armored and infantry formations. Its off-road performance and mechanical reliability allowed it to operate in deserts, mountains, and rough European roads. Often, the 3-row was converted into radio trucks, ammunition carriers, or even mobile workshops, showcasing its adaptability. Fiat 626 NM. A medium-duty truck used extensively for towing light artillery and transporting troops. Though lightly armored, it was robust and simple to maintain, making it suitable for the logistical demands of extended campaigns in North Africa and the Balkans. Its high mobility allowed Italian units to reposition artillery and infantry rapidly, supporting both offensive and defensive operations. SPA TL-37. A light-tracked prime mover, the TL-37 was used primarily to tow anti-tank guns and light artillery pieces. Its tracks allowed it to navigate terrain that wheeled vehicles could not, such as soft desert sand or muddy European fields. Despite being lightly armored, it ensured Italian artillery units remained mobile under combat conditions, providing a vital link between firepower and maneuver. Fiat SPA 38 or half-track. This small half-track variant was designed for reconnaissance, troop transport, and towing light guns. Compact and nimble, it could follow armored formations into terrain unsuitable for heavier vehicles. Its light armor offered protection against small arms, while the half-track suspension allowed it to maintain speed and maneuverability across deserts and rough European terrain. Up next, now we go to light utility vehicles, staff cars and motorcycles. Fiat 508cm Balilla staff car. The Fiat 508cm was a compact, lightweight staff car designed to carry officers and small crews. Its small size and agility allowed it to traverse narrow streets and rough terrain with ease. While lightly armored, it was primarily used for command and liaison duties, ferrying orders between units, reconnaissance parties, and headquarters. The Fiat 508cm was reliable, easy to maintain, and widely deployed across North Africa, Italy, and the Balkans. Lancia Aprilia. The Lancia Aprilia served as a luxury staff car for senior officers and high-ranking officials. Equipped with a V6 engine, it offered smooth handling and respectable speed over paved and unpaved roads. Although not armored, its comfort and reliability made it ideal for operational command travel and strategic reconnaissance. The Aprilia was often seen in parades, staff convoys, and high-level liaison duties. Fiat 618. A medium-duty staff and cargo car, the Fiat 618 combined transport capacity with off-road capability. It was often used to carry communications equipment, small artillery crews, or administrative personnel. Its durability allowed it to operate in harsh conditions, from desert sands to mountain roads, making it an essential component of Italian mobile command and support units. Moto Guzzi 500 cubic centimeters ALS. The Moto Guzzi ALS was a robust military motorcycle with a sidecar, specifically designed for dispatch riders and reconnaissance. Its off-road capability allowed rapid communication across frontline positions, while the sidecar could carry an extra passenger or light equipment. The ALS's reliability in deserts, mud, and snow made it indispensable for Italian reconnaissance battalions and liaison teams. Benelli M13. A lightweight motorcycle used primarily for reconnaissance, courier duties, and rapid communication. Its small engine made it fuel-efficient and easily maneuverable in urban and rural terrain. While unarmored, the Benelli M13 allowed dispatch riders to traverse areas inaccessible to trucks or armored vehicles, maintaining vital lines of communication under combat conditions. Lancia 3-row staff variant. A heavy-duty staff and command vehicle based on the Lancia 3-row truck chassis. It provided mobility for high-ranking officers, often converted to carry radio equipment or field command posts. Its off-road capabilities and load-bearing capacity allowed it to support both mobile headquarters and frontline observation units, bridging the logistical gap between infantry, artillery, and armor. Moto Guzzi Tri-ALS. A specialized three-wheeled motorcycle designed for artillery towing and reconnaissance. Lightweight yet durable, it could transport small crews, light guns, or supplies across terrain that would halt traditional vehicles. Its versatility made it a reliable tool for Italian forces in North Africa, where speed and mobility often determined battlefield success. Up next, now we go to specialized and siege vehicles. Semovente WW2-149/40. This massive assault gun was built on a heavy tank chassis and mounted a 149mm artillery piece. Its primary role was to destroy enemy fortifications, bunkers, and strong points at long range. Despite its formidable firepower, the Semovente WW2-149/40 was slow and mechanically complex, limiting its production and deployment. When used in North Africa and Italian mainland campaigns, it provided heavy fire support capable of demolishing positions that ordinary artillery could not reach. Lancia 42/70 mobile mortar. A tracked mortar carrier equipped with a 70mm heavy mortar, the Lancia 42/70 allowed infantry units to deliver indirect fire from mobile positions. Its low profile and mobility enabled rapid repositioning on the battlefield, while the crew could engage targets behind cover or fortifications. Although lightly armored, it was invaluable for combined arms assaults, supporting tanks and infantry in offensive operations. Goliath tracked mine. The Goliath was a tiny remote-controlled demolition vehicle nicknamed the Beetle. It carried a high-explosive charge designed to be driven under tanks, fortifications, or enemy strongpoints. Controlled by a cable, it was a precursor to modern unmanned vehicles, allowing crews to deliver devastating explosives without risking personnel. While often vulnerable to damage, its psychological and tactical impact on enemy formations was significant, particularly in urban or fortified areas. Fiat 626 mortar carrier. A standard Fiat 626 truck modified to carry a heavy mortar, providing mobile artillery support for infantry. Its open-top configuration allowed rapid targeting, while its mobility ensured artillery could advance with the front line. Although lightly armored, it allowed Italian forces to bring indirect fire closer to the battlefield, supporting both offensive pushes and defensive holds. Semovente 9053. One of Italy's most formidable tank destroyers, the 9053 mounted a high-velocity 90mm gun capable of penetrating Allied heavy armor. Built on a modified M14/41 or M15/42 chassis, it combined excellent firepower with reasonable mobility. While limited in number, it served as a powerful countermeasure against Sherman and Grant tanks, often deployed in defensive positions to ambush enemy armor. Its presence on the battlefield demanded caution from Allied tank crews, as few vehicles could withstand a direct hit. Fiat Ansaldo 41/42 rocket launcher. An experimental vehicle mounting multiple rocket tubes for saturation bombardment. The rockets created a terrifying psychological effect on enemy troops, while providing mobile fire support for infantry and armor. Although production was extremely limited, it showcased Italy's efforts to develop innovative solutions for battlefield firepower and area denial. Lancia 3-row mobile workshop. A heavy logistics variant converted to serve as a mobile workshop and engineering support vehicle. It carried tools, spare parts, and equipment to repair tanks, trucks, and artillery near the front line. Its off-road capability ensured that mechanized and motorized units could remain operational even in harsh conditions or during extended campaigns. While often outmatched by Allied and German designs, Italy's diverse fleet of vehicles, from tanks and assault guns to trucks and motorcycles, played an essential role in every theater. These machines, though sometimes limited, were used with adaptability and ingenuity, supporting Italian forces from North Africa to the Balkans. Their story is one of pragmatic resilience in the effort to mechanize a modern army.